Hey y'all, Crystal here. We have decided to start a new series called 101s. And today's 101 would be coloring, adult coloring. A lot of us have been having a lot of questions on what to do, how to do it. So I have asked Shelleen and some other colorists to come in and show us how to do this. And so that's what we're doing today. So, and make sure if anybody has any questions, you let Shelleen know. Okay. Okay, go ahead, Shelleen. What are we doing today?
We are going to start out with a simple picture. Just find one that has leaves and maybe a couple flowers. And I'm going to show you the basic way with one pencil. So I'm going to get, this one is apple green, and let me sharpen it. Always have an eraser of any kind. I use the Derwent, it's battery operated. My sharpener is an M&R sharpener. You can buy the blades to replace it. And I usually have, this is a makeup brush, or you can use a paintbrush because you don't want to smear. This won't smear the dust off your paper, but if you use your hand, that will smear it. So what I do for basic, let me see if I can get down closer. Well, that's as far as that wants to go. You can start and use a heavy hand around a flower petal. Use a heavy hand, and as you color out, lift up a little bit more and a little bit more till it's almost not touching the paper.
As you go in?
Yep. And so it already looks shaded, and that's just with one color. So you can try a couple of leaves that way. And if you want to use a different color on a different type of leaf, because I have little leaves here, I do the same thing. I start at the base, heavy hand, and then let your pressure ease up as you go towards the tip. So that's a basic.
Marianne raised her hand. Yes, Marianne.
Okay.
Is there a way that maybe you could bring your screen up closer?
I was bending down. This is far down as mine will go.
Okay, can you screen share or would that work?
I don't know. Maybe if you click on the view and put it on speaker when I'm talking, will that
Can
help?
you do a bigger piece, Shelleen?
Yeah, let me see.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It's a good question, but if each and every one of you would like to pin Shelleen, Shelleen would have the majority of the screen.
Also, if when you're on the first screen, I don't know if, are you using your phone? Because I know on my phone, if I'm on the first or second dot, to where I see myself and I see the next person, if I pinch and drag my fingers like I'm zooming in or zooming out, you can zoom in your video, or you can zoom in your yeah.
I pinned her and she takes up almost the whole screen.
Okay. Is this
Okay.
image better?
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome. Because I'm using a webcam, I'm not using a phone, so I can't go in any closer.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So what I did was, let me find, I start with heavy pressure. And I go up a little bit or go down or whatever way you're going with your leaf. And as you go down, you're going to start letting up on the pressure. And I'm a fast colorist, so I'm sorry about that. I don't know how to slow down. So by the time I get to the tip, my pencil is almost not touching the paper. And if you need more shade, just go back up to the top with more pressure. And come down. And that's how I do it with one pencil for basic shading. Does that make sense?
Shelleen, can I show you my leaf?
Yeah.
So I had to get me a different book.
Oh, yeah. See, you got it.
Like this one.
Yeah. Yep. So you've got shading in without having to use more than one pencil. Kaya's came out nice too. So that's basic shading. I'm looking at Wilma's. Yep,
Yes, Robert.
that looks good.
When you do the shading at the very beginning for beginners, what do you recommend for beginners that do not know how to color?
What do you mean?
Like if you're doing one color at a time for like when you're coloring it in,
Mm-hmm.
is it darker to color it the whole thing first and then do the last two colors?
If you're using more than one color,
Yeah.
when I'm using more than one color, so you pick a light. Here, let's see. Pick a light, a medium, and a dark.
Right.
I always start with the light and I color the whole leaf with the light.
Okay. Gotcha.
Color the whole leaf
Right.
with light pressure. Then I go in with the middle color and I use like a medium to a light, and you go down about half to 3/4 of the way down. Then you go with the dark and you go over that with the dark. And I go about 1/4 to halfway down with that.
Okay.
Okay, then I go back with that medium color and I color over the dark again. And
Oh,
I
okay.
bring that down to where I went the first time with the medium. And
Right.
then I go over the whole thing with the light pencil.
Okay. Got you now.
So
Nice.
you're blending it all in. So that's your 3 basic colors and it blends it all in.
Okay. Thank you, Shelleen.
You're welcome. Christy.
Shelleen?
Yes.
Yes. So I kind of missed it. Like, do you color it like the whole entire leaf with the light?
Yep. I colored the
Okay.
whole leaf with the light one with a light pressure, because
Light
if
pressure.
if it's not enough color for you, you can always go back and do more layers.
Okay.
You know, once you
That
get
is all
better,
I
you
need.
can add in more colors, but I always do 3. That's what I'm comfortable with, is doing 3 colors.
I have a question. So when you're doing these, are you using oil pencils or basic pencils?
It doesn't matter. If you're starting out as a colorist, I recommend wax. It's easier to work with than the oil. The oils are more of a hard lead. And you have to layer more with those, where like the Prismas are wax, they blend much easier. You can,
Christy.
Sorry. Another question. When you do the medium, you just go from light pressure, or do you start with?
I used medium pressure and kept going lighter as I got to where I wanted to go with it.
Thank you.
Welcome. And then with the dark pencil, you go over it again with a heavier and keep getting lighter.
Is that okay for the middle one?
Oh yeah, that looks nice, Kaya. Yep.
Did you draw your leaves, Kaya?
Yeah. I couldn't find a leaf that I liked in any of my Hannah Carlson books, and the only other books that I have besides Hannah Carlson are grayscale, and that's kind of cheating.
Well, a lot of people like the grayscale because it already has the shading in it.
And I think grayscale is good for beginning and learning how to shade.
Yeah.
Me and coloring with shading, because it does give you that handicap to where it's already shaded. So
Yep.
you really just need to focus on picking like your 3
Colors.
colors, the light, the medium, and the dark, and then just following the grayscale placement for putting your colors down. So where it's white, you lay your lightest color, and then where it's a little bit gray, you put your middle color. Where it's dark gray, that's where you put your dark color, and then it just sort of blends in together
Yep.
already for you. So
And
it
I
really,
was taught with grayscale, like with this, I always start with the light color, but with grayscale, I was taught to do the darkest part first, blend it out into a little bit of the gray, and then the medium and bring it into the light a little bit, and then the light color.
okay.
Is that how
Okay.
you do yours?
I do mine. I do mine both ways. Sometimes I'll start with the lighter, and then sometimes I'll start with the darker. It just kind of really depends on where I'm coloring, what it looks like. You know, if I feel like I'm gonna run out of dark spot, or if I'm gonna lose the grayscale. Like if I'm gonna lose the grayscale in the color when I put the color down, I'll probably put the dark down first so that I don't lose where the gray is supposed to be, and then I'll put the medium and then the light.
Yeah.
If I don't feel like I'm gonna lose where the grayscale is at, then I'll start with the light first, and then the dark, and the or medium, and then the dark.
Okay.
So I do mine both ways, either way.
Okay, Christy.
Yeah. Sorry. I want to just show you my leaf that
Okay.
I colored. I don't want to be
Crystals
rude
looks
and
good. Crystals looks good.
It does.
yeah.
Yes.
That
Oh yeah,
it-
Christy's got it.
Where's oh,
I'm right here.
Yep, so does Mary Ann.
Anybody else want to show theirs?
Okay, you want me to go on to skin tone?
Animals, while you're having animal out, how do you do, like, you've got a bird and I have a butterfly, so they're pretty much, the same. You do the top, like on yours, underneath where the bird's beak is,
Yep,
the top layer of feathers, yeah. And then the next one and the next one, do you do it layering like that?
yeah, because his feathers are here overlapping these. So you're
Mhm.
gonna start with the darker color along that line and bring it down. Same with this level of feathers. You're gonna start where it overlaps because that's darker. There's a shadow there and you're gonna bring it down lighter towards the tip of the feather.
Oh, so it wouldn't be a light towards the top, middle would be the medium, and dark would be the bottom.
Right, the dark is at the top
Oh, okay.
of this layer of feathers.
Okay, and you do the
Because
same.
there's a shadow from this layer of feathers being over this layer of feathers, there's gonna be a shadow there.
That's what the dark is for. Okay.
And another good way is to like look up a bird online and just click image and look at the images of how the shadows are.
A flower is the same way,
Yep,
dark in the middle or dark at the bottom and light all the way out.
yeah.
Okay. Anybody else have a question about animals or feathers or leaves? Yes, Christy.
I was gonna ask if she can do like a flower.
A flower. Do I have one on here?
Yeah, right in front of the bird.
Oh, yeah. Duh. I'm looking over here. What color do you want the flower?
No.
Want it blue?
Yeah, blue.
We can do one with one color. So I'm going to choose this here.
Are you gonna do one color to make it look like three?
Yep. So I'm using one color and I'm using heavy pressure on that petal. And I'm going to bring it out and start lifting up on the pencil so it's not as heavy towards the tip of the petal.
Magic.
And another good way to have control of your pressure is to hold your pencil down here instead of up here. Because if you have it up here, you're going to be pressing down more harder than if you have it here. You can control it better if you hold it back further.
That's awesome. So as you darker, you just move your hand up the pencil.
No, you can hold it from here, right from the beginning.
Okay.
Your pressure won't be as hard.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then just lightly let up on the pencil towards the tip of the petal. I have a heavy hand, so that's why a lot of times I have to hold it back.
Me too. So it's light, medium, light again, then the dark, then the light again.
I did this one with one pencil.
No,
Otherwise, if you're doing shading with three, then you're gonna do light first, then medium, then dark, then back with the medium and then light.
okay. So dark ones and medium light. So we're just gonna keep on layering it.
Yep. And if you
Alright.
need to go back in where it's dark, if you're using 3 colors, you can go back in with that dark one just to give it a little bit more shading. It's all on how you want it to look.
I think it's magic the way it comes out.
And this is like basic what I'm teaching you, because there's a lot of them out there. They can use like 10 colors on a petal and on a leaf, and I'm not all for that.
Seriously?
Yeah, they can make theirs look real, and I'm not like that.
But my leaves don't match.
Does this look
No.
okay?
Yeah. Do leaves match in real life?
No, I guess not.
Each leaf is going to be different, just like a petal on a flower. Not each one looks exactly like the other one.
Oh, when doing the light over, okay, so this is just got to me. Doing the light over everything is blending them all together.
Oh yeah, Kaya's got it.
Oh, wow, Kaya. Very good, Christy.
Yep, Christy got it too.
Oh, look at
So
Mary.
did Mary Ann's.
Anyone else want to show theirs? No. Okay. All right, ma'am, what would you like to color next or show us next?
Okay, let's go on to the skin tone.
Okay, going to find.
And another thing I forgot to tell you is you're always going to want something between your pages when you're coloring, even with pencils.
Oh,
Yep. If you don't, these are called chopping mats. You can get at the Dollar Tree. I can't find them at mine. Otherwise, just use like a couple sheets of copy paper in between each page.
I just have notebook paper right now.
But you have to do it, especially with markers. And alcohol markers and water-based markers. Alcohol markers I can use on this because there's no image on the back. It bleeds through. Water-based markers you can use on any coloring books. Just be careful because some of them might it won't bleed through, but it might leave a shadow.
Kaya? You have a question?
Yeah, can you show like dark skin or how to do darker skin or because I've got like white skin down, but like I struggle with doing anything but white skin.
Yeah,
I could do that on this.
sorry about that. I don't know what's wrong with my throat today. I struggle with the dark skin too. I'm getting better. I've done it more last year than any other time. I do have, let me go grab my chart.
99. 99 is black. Okay. I want black. I'm gonna have to switch to my.
I have the skin tone Crayolas. That's what I've been using.
Okay. I might need to get the skin tone Crayolas for that then.
Yeah, let me grab those.
Yeah, I was gonna say I probably need to grab some too when I go to the store.
Because I've only got Castle Art and paper pastel.
I think I got them for $1 or $2 at Dollar General.
Also, Black Widow, the Black Widows, they have skin tone sets. They have the dark tones and they have the light tones.
Okay.
And I also have the Crayola Colors of the World. So we can do that. I still am also learning dark skin. I did some in my one coloring book. Where is it? This one? Yeah, so I have this Whimsy Girls. And I did this skin tone that's darker. And no, I did another one. And I did that. These were with the polychromos.
I really like those.
Yeah, that was with the polychromos. This one was with the Crayolas. With the dark skin.
My
And I
crayons
use,
don't work like that. They're broke.
yes, they do. Okay, so I usually use 3 colors. So let me find what I want. We want dark skin. Have this. Let me pick some of the darker. See what I like, what I want to work with. Skin. We got this one. That one. Okay, I have 3 colors. I have medium golden. I have, can't read it, extra deep golden and deep golden. So I'm going to start with the medium golden. And these need to be sharpened too. And I'm going to lightly do the whole face, just light, because you can add more to it. And this is another one of those artists that doesn't draw in the nose.
This is the same basic technique he's doing for Caucasian skin as well, right, Shelleen?
Yep.
Just with the different colors?
Yep.
Okay.
Shelleen, you said the lightest color, correct?
Yep. So if you're doing Caucasian, you're gonna want to get like a light and
Cinnamon?
have this and you always use this up in the hairline because that's where your shadow is. Now I forgot what I was using. Nope, that wasn't it. Light golden? No. Could have been that one. That wasn't it. What did I do with the color I was using? Medium golden.
You said something golden.
Yeah.
Yes, Robert.
So Christy, is Crayola the only company that makes coloring pencils?
No.
No, there's hundreds.
Okay,
Like the ones that I was using on the flower and the leaves, those were Prisma colors.
okay.
The more expensive, the better.
Always
or-
make sure I have the same pencils that I was using kept aside because you've got more skin here. But I always do the face first. So I'm gonna go in with my medium color. This one's a deep golden. And I'm gonna just go along her hairline. And I'm gonna bring that out more. All along her hairline and bring that out more. I know I played around with these colors more. Now, your skin glows more along in her forehead and your nose. So you're not going to want a darker color in that area of the forehead and the nose. But I bring in that darker color down. And I don't think these are as dark as what Kaya wanted either.
No, that's okay. I don't know why I'm like trying to do ethnic racial coloring, but just something I was kind of playing around with.
Yeah, and it'll be good for Mrs. Coffee's
Yeah,
Shelleen
POC.
for February.
Okay.
But yeah, you want to use this. I'm using the medium color coming in from the side of her face. You're going to want to come, you're going to be at her chin and bring the color up. This is the medium. A little bit under her lips.
So the darker the skin, the darker the three creams
Right.
we use.
Yep.
So
And
then
then
Kaya
go-
could use several different darker, as she gets darker with the
Right.
skin tones that you have.
I've got Chinese orange, sepia, and Van Dyke brown is what I picked out.
Okay.
I switched over to my Castle Arts.
Yeah, I don't know where my folder is. I have a folder and Color and Chat with Sammy did skin tone a couple years ago, and she made a chart and it tells you what colors to use.
Okay.
And
I'll have to look that up.
I couldn't find it. She sent us through the email the color charts so we could color them in, and I don't know what I did with them. But you're going to want to take that medium color also underneath the eyebrows a little bit because there's a shadow there. And a little bit at the crease of the eyelids. And I can slow down, you guys have to tell me.
You're fine.
I do a lot of layering when I'm not happy with the way it looks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I do the same thing. Like I start off like really light and I just play around with layering and
Yeah.
and then when I find what I like, then I go in and start making it darker or
Okay.
start burnishing, to finalize the picture after but I just kind of play around with light and layer my colors.
Okay. Yeah, your darker colors are going to be along the hairline. And just bring it out to the cheeks just a little bit. She doesn't have a nose. I'm not going to teach you how to draw in the nose because you'll get upset if you're not happy with it. And then you can go in with the darker color and again go in where the hairline is. And you're just going to bring that out. And if I'm not explaining anything good, you guys need to tell me because I'm not used to teaching this.
You're doing great to me.
Okay,
You're doing fantastic, Shelleen.
but yeah,
You're
I
doing
use,
good. I'm just trying to find one of my pencils that I just lost on the bed.
Okay,
I don't know where it went.
what about this little boy? I
oh
think I put
yeah,
too much under his
see?
lip.
No, you can always go back with that lighter color and go over it a little bit. How are you doing, Wilma?
It'll look good.
Oh yeah, you got it. Yep.
That's what I did.
Marianne, looks like maybe you can go in with a darker color around her hairline a little bit more.
I can't finish my page until I find my other color. I don't know where it went.
Yep, and then, you know, the darkest color, just go along the sides. You don't need to really bring that out in the skin too much. I must have used darker colors for the ones I did in the Hanlin. And then go under the lip a little bit and under the nose. You got that water line under the eyes. Sorry about that. I told him I was teaching.
You're fine. I did the hands the same way. I did dark on the outside and then made it light on towards the end.
Yep.
I don't know if you could see them.
Yeah. I don't have hands on mine. She's got
Yeah.
feathers.
I just wanted to make sure I was doing that right.
Yeah. How you doing, Wilma? Do you need more explanation? Well, that looks good.
I got the concept. I just don't have
Yeah.
the colors.
Yeah. Yep. You just want the shading around his hair.
Is that all right?
Yep. I like that.
Oh, that is cute.
He's cute.
It's
Yeah.
literally the word do job.
Good, Marianne.
Okay.
And then you can go in, if you've got it shaded the way you want to, you can go back in with that lighter color and just blend it all. Go over everything and blend it and just carry that color back into where you started.
So
Darken it
basically
up.
all coloring things that you've pointed out today, the animals, the peoples, the flowers, is all light to dark and then light over again.
Yeah,
See, look
Yep.
at yours. That's like painted.
but it's not, it's just, I got some layering going on.
My Crayolas don't work. I need to take them back.
I don't know if I'm doing this right. I haven't really finished it, but I don't. No.
Crystal,
And
the
then-
picture that you showed looked
It's
absolutely
not done
incredible.
yet, but I've kind of
Oh, yeah. Just use the darker color, that medium color and the darker color around her hair on the other side of her face.
Okay.
and under her lip and her eyes.
Okay. See, I didn't. I
And
wasn't
then,
for sure.
and then you can get like any shade of pink you want and start on the side of her face and bring it towards like the middle part of her eye, and it gives it a little bit of a blush color.
Yeah.
And you just do layers until you get the look that you want. So if you want more shading, you just pick up your darker color, go back in and do more shading. It's all how you want it to look.
Well, my only complaint about my personal coloring is the lines.
You
Even
need
though I'm
to
doing it in circles, it still looks like there's lines.
just keep going over it. And some papers worse than others.
Well, this is
You
different.
have like a cheaper coloring book, so it might not come out as well as you want it to.
This Wonders of Creation. It's very thick.
Oh, okay.
See, this one's
don't-
different. It's thick.
Oh, yeah, it's just doing layers then. You need to do more layers, light layers, and just keep going over it. And that's what burnishing does, that word Kaya used.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep going over it light. And you can do many, many layers just using that light color, going back in with the darker for the shading, and just keep doing layers. This is the light color, and if I don't like the shadows, I can go back in. You can always go back in and add more.
So the paper would have a lot to do with how it comes
Yeah.
out. Okay.
Yeah. Like the coloring book, like the Mickey one I got you,
Yeah,
that's a
what-
children's paper. I would probably on that maybe use, well, no, that's double-sided.
I have crayons too. Can you do
Okay.
this with crayons?
I get picked on because I can, but not normally. I did a crayon challenge with a couple other colorists, and I sat there shading, and I was told you're not supposed to be able to shade with crayons, and I did.
Of course you did. You're Shelleen. This one's turning out pretty good. I think
Yeah, you just
I
want
think
to keep,
I could see the difference between the boy and the girl in
Okay.
just the different layers.
yep.
So
You
if I
just
could
keep
pick 'em-
doing layers and add in shadow. If it needs more shadow, just go back in, add some more shadow. But you're going to use the same 3 pencils. Now, if you watch someone like Color and Chat with Sammy, she can use like 10 colors. And some of them, they add in a purplish color and it looks good. That looks good, Marianne.
How do you do the
like
neck?
it?
Yeah, well, yeah, I do, but what about the neck? Is the neck okay?
Yeah, you're gonna want the darker, see how where the underneath the chin area where it meets the neck, that's
Uh-huh.
gonna be dark under there.
Okay,
Because that's where your shadow is. If you look in the mirror, you've got shadow underneath where your chin is and
okay,
your neck.
thank you.
You're welcome.
But that's much better. Can you see the look? I don't know. You can see the boy. And the
I
girl?
can see it. Yes, I can
I'm
see
starting to
yours.
see the difference.
Yep,
More layers.
more layers. And just use 3 colors and you just keep layering with, you always go with the lightest first, and then you just add more till we
Yes,
get
no
the,
wonder it takes you so long to color a paper.
Shelleen, this is only with 2 colors so far.
oh, see, Christy's got it.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And then do a little bit under her lips and her eye where the watermark is for the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want shading there. It-
Hmm.
Bring out a little bit of the shading on the side of her face out a little bit further.
Yeah. Okay,
But
yeah.
yeah, you got the hang of it.
Does this look all right?
Yeah, yours looks really good. You can
Okay.
see the depth with the nose.
I love how she draws.
Yeah,
Oh,
Wilma's
that's the
got it
scribble.
too. Wilma's looks good.
That's just a scribble to get color somewhere. And I didn't want to try in my coloring book and mess up and, you know.
Yeah, that's why I'm using a Mickey Mouse coloring book.
Mhm.
It's fixable.
Dollar General coloring book.
Yep.
Yeah,
It works.
I
I'm
have a
gonna write
couple of
down-
those Walmart.
you do not need to spend a lot of money on coloring. You can get the basic coloring books and the basic set of Crayola pencils. I had brought out the Prismas because most people do have the Prismas too. But the Crayola, this is the colors of the world, and this is the best set to have for skin tones. And like I said, I played a lot with the colors when I did those 2 pages in the Hannah Lynn book to get what I wanted.
So, question, with the lightest color, do I just go over it with all the colors on there, correct?
Yep, yeah.
Okay. I
'Cause
don't
it'll
want to,
blend
like,
it, it'll blend it all out.
do I use light pressure?
Yep, use several layers of the light pressure if you want. I don't use heavy pressure with that.
Okay.
And there's a lot of videos out there for teaching the skin tone.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just need
wow.
to go watch them.
I'm very impressed with, like, I'm like, am I really doing this?
Okay, the YouTube channel is Dream in Color. That's her channel name. Dream in Color, and she mostly colors in Hannah Lynn books.
Mhm.
Okay, so my skin's getting a little bit darker. I do have other colors that are darker than this. But I'm gonna stick with these 3 colors.
I like the 3 colors that I chose.
I
Yeah,
like how the more layers you're putting on, the darker it's getting.
yes.
And it doesn't
Okay.
look, it looks blended dark.
Yeah.
Natural, that's what I'm thinking. It looks natural.
Shelleen.
Look
Yes.
at Christie's.
See, Christy's got it.
Way to go, Krusty.
Thank you. I didn't know if I was doing it correctly or not. So I
Yes.
wanted to.
Christy, this is the
I'm
3rd
very
time she's shown
proud
me
of
this and I still haven't gotten it, so you're doing great.
Hey, you're doing awesome.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I can see where you've been blending.
yeah, I could see much better. I mean, I see it. I'm starting to see the difference in when I first started and now.
Yeah,
Practice, practice, practice.
yep.
Yeah.
And now I totally understand why it takes you 2 days to do a picture.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm still working on a couple pictures that I have. And
Those
it's-
mermaids?
Yeah, I'm still working. Those I haven't touched those mermaids since the last time I colored, and I need to finish them. But it's gonna take me a little while to finish them. And it's gonna take me probably several days to do the frog color on, or the frog buddy
Yeah,
color.
I'm gonna start mine Tuesday in my stream.
Okay. I'll probably start mine then as well.
It's amazing what we've accomplished in an hour.
Right?
Yeah.
Are you confident in what I taught you? I mean, I'm not real good at teaching. I'm never sure.
I'm
You did
confident in
great.
it.
I
I
think
just
you
gotta
did a great
practice.
job.
I can see Marianne shading underneath the chin. I can
Oh,
see that.
wow.
Yeah. Yep.
That
Thank
looks
you.
good,
Are her legs,
Marianne.
are her legs too light? Too
No,
dark?
you want them to kind of match the skin of the face and the arms.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Just keep using the same 3 colors. And the darkest part's going to be under her skirt, right where the skirt meets her legs, because that's where the shadow is.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get with the like.
Yep.
the
And a
sun.
little bit of dark, just a little bit where her shoes meet the top of her foot. And then when you want, you can always add color for like eyeshadow on the eyelids. And I'm going to tell you, okay, bye, Robert. And Christy, since you like Hannah Lynn, if you want to make her eyes pop, use
Mhm.
a black fine liner and you darken the eyelashes with a black fine liner. That will make the eyelashes pop like this.
Yeah.
I do it on all of mine. I use the black fine liner and it makes those lashes pop.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes, it does.
Mascara.
Makes it look like they got mascara.
Yeah.
And I do that with all of her books. Her eyelashes are pop. And you don't need any special brand, just a black fine liner.
Like a pen? Or
It's a
Yeah.
fine
Sharpie?
liner. It's kind of like a marker, but it won't bleed through the page.
I think my little boy and mama look really good walking to the
I
school.
think so too. See, I told you you could do it. Yeah, kind of, yeah, what Kaya has. It's like a black fine liner.
This
Yeah.
is the fine tip Sharpie. It's a twin
The
tip
Sharpie, don't use that brand on the Hannah Lynn because, well, you
Oh.
can the Hannah Lynn because they're one-sided. But if it was a double-sided, a Sharpie is a permanent marker. It's more of a an alcohol-based, so it'll bleed through.
Okay, I gotcha.
Shell-
Sorry.
Shelleen,
Yes, that looks good, Christy.
thank you.
I can see that.
That looks really good, Krusty.
Really does.
You guys are all doing good. You caught on.
I hope
Yep.
this helps others as well.
Maybe
Those who
you're
watch it
caught
later on. If you have any questions, leave a comment on the thing or message Shelleen. She'll answer your questions. Message me, I'll get them to Shelleen.
Yeah. But everybody's skin tone is different. So just pick, a light, a medium, and a dark for the skin tone.
I got a lot of light, mediums, and darks.
Well, you pick the 3 of the colors, however dark or light you want her skin tone to be. If you want her Caucasian, if you want her really dark,
That's
like
regular crayon.
like if you look at someone from Africa, their skin is really, really dark.
Yeah,
So you would probably use colors like
Why did you use almond?
like these.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So however
And
dark
if
you want it.
something, if something is a little too dark, if you don't want to erase it, you can always go over some of it with a white pencil and it will lighten up this, it will lighten up what you did.
Really?
Yep.
Mhm.
The same with a petal. Let me see. My the leaf. Find that leaf. Where'd we put that? If I can find a page. Yep. See where that dark is, that dark green? We would take a white pencil and go over it. And it would brighten it up just a little bit. And you can also use a white pencil to blend it better. I use a heavy hand and go over the whole thing and see how it's really blending it. You can do that too.
That
But
is
it-
cool.
But it did brighten up this where it was really dark. And I can do the same thing. Just make sure you wipe your tip off or sharpen it because that green is on there. So if I want to do the blue, I'm going to sharpen the pencil a little bit or rub it on a piece of paper to get rid of that green on it. And now I can go in. Crap, I broke my pencil.
Oh, no.
I broke the tip off. I can go in that blue flower and lighten that up. And bring it out towards the tip of the pencil or the tip of the petal.
You
And
just
look
totally
how-
changed that flower.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just with a white pencil. A white pencil will blend anything for you.
Yep.
But Prismacolor, the Prisma pencils also have a blender pencil. There are
Yes, they
blender
do.
pencils out there. They're not a color. They're just made for blending. Yeah, that's Kaya has one. Prisma has their own, and then there's a couple others out there that make them. But it totally changed the color and it blended it better. So if you're using paper you're not blending it the way you want it to, Crystal, take a white pencil and do like maybe a medium pressure and just see if you can blend it out better, and that'll work.
There's my frog.
Aw, it's a frog. But yeah, the best thing to know for colors and shadow, I'll Google an image of like maybe a bird or a certain bird, like a cardinal, and click on images and just find an image I like. And I look at that for where the shadows would be. I do that for a lot. And another great place is Pinterest or Instagram. Go on Instagram and look at people's colored pictures. I get my color palettes that way.
Interesting. Never thought of looking at coloring pages on Pinterest.
Yep. Oh, Kaya's got it.
That's white and
Yeah.
this one is with white. This one is with the colorless blender.
Yeah, see the difference?
Wow.
And I just did one side of the sleeve with the white.
Okay.
That is awesome.
But yeah, that's another easy way to blend.
How's everybody doing? Do you have any more questions? Do you want to learn anything else?
Swatching, or
Oh,
are we
yeah.
ready for?
You want to
Yeah.
talk about swatching really quick?
Swatching, you can do different ways. They have books out
Why
there.
do you swatch?
Why do you swatch? I'd rather be coloring, so I don't usually swatch, but it is a good idea because what the barrel of a pencil shows is not always the color that's going to show up in your book. So if you take all your pencils, have a sheet, was it Kaya that had the sheet? You're gonna go from, what I do, she did one color. Did you shade with yours? I can't tell.
No. Yeah.
On this one, I did, in the square, I did one side dark where I pushed down and burnished and just made it real dark. And the other side I did with a regular, what to me is a regular hand.
Okay.
I'm about a medium to light
Okay.
to light medium.
What
handed.
I do is like how I did that leaf. I color real heavy and just keep going out lighter and lighter so you can see what it's gonna look like.
Oh,
So I do it like I did the shading. I do really heavy handed and then gradually go out to light.
This one I didn't know any better, and I just colored it like I was coloring a square.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what I
how
do.
I used to do it too.
so when I go back, I could
Shelleen.
just do this that way. Sure,
Yep.
the dark to the light.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that,
Shelleen.
because the pencils don't always match up with what the barrel looks like. And Christie's looks really good.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you.
Now
Looks
you
good.
can
Christy.
add a little bit of pink to the cheek. Start out from like her hairline and bring it to like the middle of where her eye is for your pink for the cheeks.
Yeah.
You can make your own swatch. You can buy like a sketchbook, a cheap sketchbook, make your own swatch sheets. They have books like this. This is a big book of color charts. Christy showed one that she has. There's all different.
There's
Yeah,
mine.
she has that one, my color charts. And you can have them like Kaya made her own. You can do them separate, or you could do it inside a sketchbook. So all your pencil charts are all together in one spot. I have a friend, she does all of hers separate, and she puts each one in their own case with the pencils. So they're with the pencil set. Markers, especially, a lot of markers do not match what the barrel looks like.
Nope.
I love my alcohol markers. I have the Prismas and I have a few Copics. And with markers, you also can shade with pencils on top of the marker. So if you have like, if I do shading, I can take one color of a marker, do all of her skin with that color, then go back over with that shade with a couple pencils, and you can shade on top of the marker. Especially if you have the paper that's crappy, it looks better with the marker, and then do some of the shading with the pencil on top of it.
Cool.
So you can do that too.
Which markers was it that bleeds through easier?
Which one does what?
Was it alcohol based that bleeds through easier?
Yes, the
Yes.
alcohol markers will bleed through. I use them. I did use some in this. Where is it? Yeah, see how it bleeds through? So if you had
Yep.
another image on this page, it would be ruined.
Yep.
But the water-based markers don't tend to bleed through. They might leave a shadow if you're using a dark color, but for the most part, I think I did shading for the markers on this. Can't remember. I have done markers though, and then shaded over it. And then like this here is marker like on her dress. And then I went over it like with a gel pen to make it look like it's got dots on it.
That looks pretty.
And then I have her hat match. Or gel pens that make things stand out too. But it's just, it's
I've tried
personal
gel pens.
preference. And this one had markers. And so see, the markers bled through. So, but the water-based markers don't usually bleed through.
That's why you use that something between it.
Yep.
Here it is.
So are you guys more confident with the skin
Yeah,
Yeah.
and shading? Okay.
I definitely am. And if I forget, then I can go back and replay.
Yep.
Hashtag replay.
Or ask in Zoom.
Yes. There's somebody there will know what the answer will be, or we'll
Mhm.
find you the answer.
Like I said, this is the basic way. There, you can use a lot more colors. And it takes a lot more layering, but this is how I color.
I like it.
I love it.
All right, guys, I'm going to end the video. So I would like to thank you guys for coming, and I hope you have learned something. If you, like I said, if you have any questions, let us know. And if you like these one-on-ones and want to see something else, let me know and we'll add it. So I hope you all have a great day. Love y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.